Manchester United 3, Liverpool 2. Done the double over Liverpool for the first time, I think, in 10 years. Um, thank you, Akshay. GGMU, yes. Um, I'm not that excited, Ayush. You know, I hear it, Jatan, but I can't help myself, man. I can't help myself. I'm incredibly frustrated. Incredibly. Let it all work out. Yeah, Lavanya, I suppose. By the way, I guess you won today, so congratulations. I think it's all but done now. Like and subscribe. Yes, like and subscribe, guys. Thank you for joining in. My two favorite teams on the UCL, Barca and United. I'm happy you're happy, buddy. So now you want new keeper in summer? No, Sahil. No, see, this is the thing, right? This is the thing. People misunderstand the point. The point is it was not necessary. Right? After we conceded that goal, we kept going long to Ahmad. Why didn't we just go long? Also, Ahmad's the shortest player on the pitch. Why didn't we go long the other side? It is the decision making that is questionable. We lost our composure. And say, exactly. Exactly. I frustrated. I believe you will elaborate on the stream. I think I think I might be in the minority, Akshay. Then I want rent tonight. To be honest, I 100% agree with you. Today we won at this point, can't change anything, right? All the change can only be done. But Ayush, are the changes going to be done next season? This is the question, right? This is the question we ask ourselves every time the season ends. This is the question we ask. Sheshko was limping, Lavanya. That's why he got removed. You need experience. Why are you upset? You won. A win is a win. I hear it, Tilaks, but I'm. Here we go. This is the person I was kind of waiting for. Aimless. I believe Aimless's name. I remember his name, but I won't say it here. I believe I remember his name, I should say. But yeah, I was wondering if you were going to show up today, buddy. We need 7-8 signings to be competitive in all com next season. Nevertheless, a win is a win in the end. Amartya, I wish I was built that way, man. I wish I was built that way, to be very honest with you. Rant. I don't know if it's going to be a rant, Deku, but let's see. A detailed. We get into it. Why is was Amarinson trying to carry on his legacy? Honestly, until Rio came on, Sanket, he was quite okay. To be very honest with you, I think most people will agree. But yeah, anyway, it's ready to pay. Truth is, Lamens cannot play from the back. Everyone knows that. And you make him do that, you can't question him for making a mistake. The thing is, Karthikeya, right? I want to agree with you, but at the same time, right? When you say play from the back, right? Let me put it this way. When you play from the back, right? God, I can't believe I have to discuss this. I can't stand talking about this. But if you want to play from the back, right? Why don't you push your players out a little? They don't have to stand in your goal. Spread them out a little bit and then rotate the ball. Why are both our centre backs in the penalty box? Why? Why I say that? Because of mistakes like this. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, Allison almost made this mistake a couple of weeks ago as well, where he passes it down the middle and someone closes him down. If I'm not mistaken, I think we made the mistake a few weeks ago similarly, but everyone was outside the box, so at least there was space to defend the choice. You know what I'm saying? So you can't blame him, but at the same time, Karthikeya, sorry, I believe it was Karthikeya. Sorry, I should have highlighted it. Oh, sorry, not this. Yes, Karthikeya. The problem is he looked up and still didn't pass straight. You see what I'm saying? The play from the back wasn't even that intricate. He literally looked up. And then he doesn't even hit the ball straight to the player. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not that comfortable, at least push everyone a little bit out. At least push them wide, right? I'm not even saying don't play from the back if that's what the manager tells you. But push them out, nah? Push them out of your box, right? Keep them out. So what happened in the end was we passed it to someone, they passed it to the person ahead of them, and because our center backs were basically onside, they just tapped it in. But if our players were a little bit out, maybe they'd have to do a little more work to score that goal. Maybe they still score the goal anyway. Maybe none of this really matters. But at the same time, you have essentially played them onside after making the mistake yourself. So this becomes something that was really unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that is my issue on that. The right to be upset about the performance. Winning game covers the cracks in a team. If these problems are not addressed right now, they would 100% get carry forward next season big terms. And Harsh, to be very frank with you, I don't know how many people are going to talk about the cracks. Uh, I would have loved to been very happy today. I had a great. I was going to cook Ishan to death today, honestly. But you can ask Lala. I didn't flinch. We scored 2 goals. I didn't flinch. Halftime came. I didn't flinch. I didn't move because I was expecting this. I was expecting them to come back. I was expecting us to be languid in the second half at some point of time, and then I was expecting us to play better again in the final 10 minutes. Every single thing happened again. Every single thing happened again. So the problem here is right that you can't actually celebrate until the game is over, and therein takes out all the fun. You can't enjoy the momentum. You can't enjoy the whole game until the whistle is blown. That's
I
fun to me. Sorry, what did you say, Lala?
भाई जब I see this, I'm sorry, I'm at
Huh. Ah. Hmm.
भाई
I have a
this
feeling. I have a feeling they didn't give a red because his foot was on the ground. But I'm
हाँ,
sure that that guy. I don't know what his name is, but the guy who's in charge of the refs. I'm sure he'll be called on one of these days to discuss it because
if
they do
this
that.
is a shoe,
Hmm. Hmm.
half of the foot here, half of the foot on the shin.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the ball, no intention to tackle the ball, भाई starts up और उससे ज्यादा तो क्या ही होना चाहिए भाई. Yeah, this is my only issue with the today's game. I have no other issues.
Hmm.
I have no. If you ask me any issue with
No.
the game, no issues.
Before the goal, they almost conceded just not to look uncomfortable at all, not look comfortable at all, need to be smarter. Other teams pick up things very quickly. Yeah, and Avneet, this is another thing I got really angry about during Lala's stream. It's like play from the back is not a secret tactic
No,
anymore.
but Nathan, I'm sorry.
People
हाँ,
don't give you space to play out from the back anymore. That tactic is gone.
नहीं
You
नेथन,
don't
you
get
are
time
a
on the ball.
United fan. ये जो अक्षय बोल रहा है, sorry, अक्षय नहीं, exploded introvert and a clueless noob were saying.
Hmm.
Honestly,
Yeah, I agree, Amartya.
the instances where referee was literally favoring us, जो सारे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि
Hmm.
Liverpool fans can't be crying, ref tried his best to make them win. What? How does it make sense? How does it
I,
make sense,
See,
भाई?
the problem is no
ओपीएस
this
की बात
ref
ही
thing.
नहीं एक्सप्लोडेड भाई. यही अगर रिवर्स द सिचुएशन, यही 2-2 मैच खत्म हुआ होता और यही
Exactly,
चीज
Khalid.
ब्रूनो के ऊपर हुई होती, आप भी यही करके बार बार क्लिप दिखा रहे होते, यही क्लिप दिखा रहे होते आप भी बार बार. दैट इज ऑल्सो अ फैक्ट.
Well, they are coming. They have all been given the link. I don't know if they realize we're live or not, but they have all been given the link. Wait, I have not given Rukinho. I'll send it to Rukinho. Uh, God, wait. This could have been last four, at least a 4-2 victory. Mr. Shanks, listen, Shanks. I'm saying it again. I would have taken the 2-0. I would have taken the 2-0. I'm not upset about how many goals we could have scored. I am upset about how we conceded the goals. I am Even if we finish 2-0, I know all of us, even me by the way, not just you and everyone in the chat. I am 100% sure we would all say we should have scored more. But I would take those 2-0 just because of the 2 goals we conceded. If you told me that 2-0 or this 3-2, no, I would have taken the 2-0. At the end of the day, we get 3 points. That is fine. At the end of the day, the game, as neutrals would say, became exciting. Not for me personally, but for neutrals, it became exciting. Well and good. Whoever enjoyed the 90 minutes, good on y'all. Last week we were all sitting there. None of our teams were playing. We enjoyed both Champions League games to a certain extent. Obviously, the PSG one more than the Arsenal. We enjoy a good game of football because we love football. That is fine. But if you ask me again, 2-0 at halftime or 3-2 and a thriller, I take the 2-0. Especially if I knew how the goals we were going to get. I would take the 2-0. I wouldn't even complain. We should have been 4-0, 5-0. Bruno should have got 3 assists. None of that. I would just move on with my life. But this is my issue. Today, this second half performance has ruined me cooking Ishan, enjoying myself. It actually ruined it. And what is really sad, Shanks, is that some people are blaming Carrick for the Ahmad back pass and the silliness of that pass that Lamens made. What could Carrick do with that? Those are how we consider the goals. What could Carrick do about that? People are saying don't give Carrick the job. Don't give Carrick the job. Fine. I'm not even arguing about you don't want to give Carrick the job. Fine. We'll find someone else. Okay. But at this point of time, the goals we conceded, what could Michael Carrick do? So this is my issue. Yugadi is saying, hello, Bhaiya. Now we need signings, not PR Ineos. We need good players for the Champions League, not Baliba. Yugadi, I completely agree with you, but you know our luck. We are 100% going to get Baliba.
But
That's
I'll say this again. I'll said this on my watch along as well.
well said here. Sorry, so you continue. I'm just saying. Well said. It's about where you position the players.
Well deserved victory, but should have been a better performance from United as in the second half, in my opinion.
Yeah.
आप लोग अच्छा खेले 45 minutes of a match, but you were not a good team throughout the whole 90 minutes. That is also a fact. अगर आप लोगों ने हमें 2 goal gift करे हैं, I'll say the second goal, it was very easy for you guys to score that goal, with all due respect. But that doesn't take away from the effort of making those counter attacks ek ke baad ek, making those runs ek ke baad ek. You guys were good. That's why you were able to score 2 goals. But we were also very फुद्दू वाले दोनों instances में. And I don't know, भाई, but अब क्या है मतलब. Literally, you gave us opening in the match. Simple as that.
See, this is what I'm saying. Now, see, I don't want to take anyway. See, whoever played well, I don't want to take anyone's performances. Whichever Liverpool players shined, they shined. Whichever United players shined, they shined. But I'm still, I can't get over it, yaar. I'm really angry. Even Akshata was like, thank you for going easy on us. I'm not even listening to Akshata. I'm that angry. Like, to troll Liverpool fans, no, I'm not interested even right now. Genuinely. The whole game I was calm. No, I saw fucking Xerxes come on. No, and I started losing it. Because I 100% thought we were going to concede a third goal.
It's like, I understand why you are saying that. Troll as much as you can, कोई जिसको भी करना है, but honestly बोलूं, after that performance, तुम्हें you'll be like, oh, at least we got the points, at least we got the win, क्योंकि you guys gave us the opening, भाई, you guys gave us the opening, and with all due respect, the third goal was a great goal, but again, जो एक बंदे ने लिखा था chat में in watch along, that great game but very low quality football, simple as that.
And it's kind of funny, right? Remember we said it will be a high scoring game, like the PSG and Bayern one, and people were joking it will be a high scoring game because both teams aren't good, which is true. In the end, it became a high scoring game because both teams aren't good only. That's what it ended up being.
I know the ball and the height was very weird for McAllister on the third goal. He could have cleared.
I mean, I can't.
Position. He could have cleared right in front of the position. Why would he clear on that direction? That is my issue. Aaj throughout the 90 minutes, he didn't anything. He didn't do any shit. कुछ भी नहीं किया है McAllister ने आज pitch पे.
Rio comes on, and I'm like, fuck yeah, don't do this to me. After giving the 2 goals away, and now Rio comes on. And Dallo got cooked by Rio for sure, yeah. But Dallo doesn't have pace. And fair enough, I wasn't expecting anything less from Rio and Bruno, but up until Rio came, what did anyone do to Dallo? What did anybody do to him?
Remember, I told you we are playing in your hands because Dallo pe koi pressure nahi hai. That wing is totally empty.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough, yeah. It's tough. Don't put that micro scrutiny pressure on him. Aimless, sir. I hear it, yeah. I hear it. But if you don't say anything now, then later people will say you didn't say anything. That's the issue. Martinelli gets trolled for not crossing, not taking on defender. What does Ahmad do different? Bro, I don't know what. I can't recognize Ahmad. Yeah. I can't recognize Ahmad right now. I don't want to go hard on him. There's just 3 games left. There's no point. Dallo was shit, but he played fine except the last chance. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone seems to think that Dallo should be a good goal scorer as a right back here. But you know, a lot of people making Dallo a scale. It's fine. They again at the end of the day we end up winning, so it makes no difference. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people will just care that we did the double over Liverpool. Now, if we did the double of Liverpool for 3 straight years, no, I would like that. 1 year, it could be an anomaly. Let's see what happens next season. Let's see how we play against Liverpool with more players, newer players. Then we can have this discussion. Today, let everyone enjoy their double victory over Liverpool, whoever's enjoying it, which is fine. But I have to I can't help it here. I was fed up of Amarim. People call me negative. People unsubscribe. People stop watching. It's fine. Today, even I'll call it out. I'm okay here. I do this because I love this. I don't do it for views here. It's okay. I'm quite fine with that. I've made my peace with it a long time ago. So this is my issue. Ishan, instead of me rambling on, give me your thoughts about the game.
I don't have any thoughts. I don't want to give any thoughts. I'm pretty much done, man. It's I need to take this shit out of my face first. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, bro, I mean, it's
Um,
just frustrating for probably different reasons, but
I
yeah.
mean, see, I totally understand your frustration, and we were in the high of winning the league last year, and that's why we did not, do it towards the end of the season. And we had different reasons. I think we felt that they have already won the league, so that is why that's why they have laxed, right? But then what has happened in the past 1 year or so is I don't think it's unforgivable. I don't feel excited about football anymore. I mean, we were discussing about transfers on Lala's stream yesterday, and I told him, yaar, ki,
Hmm.
I don't care who the fuck comes in. Until this man is at the helm, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna change anything. And I don't even remember the last time I was not excited going into a summer.
Bro,
Only
I'm
the
telling
first.
you, literally we were almost like for 2 hours. The only person that had energy was Rukinho and Suraj, and Suraj came for 5 minutes. Nobody had energy. We were just sitting there, no, because we hang out with each other regularly. It might as well have been not live, no, and we'd be sitting at home with a TV on a video call. No energy from the people who actually have the teams playing the game. That was how diabolical the second half was for us and the first half was for y'all.
I agree.
And it
I think I might go and watch Red Bull New York in the evening. The tickets are only for $30.
See,
At
I
least I'll
think
see
I think
someone
your
fighting.
audio got cut off, Ishan,
At
unless you
least
have muted it.
I'll see someone fighting for their badge.
oh,
Akshata, thoughts on the game? I've already done my bit. So
Nothing.
what do you mean nothing? Yeah, say something. No, now we were quiet the whole game. Now at least say something once the game is over.
I mean, what can you say, Nathan, when you know that nobody is listening, people will work the way they have to, and an institution is running the way it wants to. क्या बोल सकते हो तुम? कुछ नहीं बोल सकते.
I completely agree with you. But in that case, no, I would not tune into any of Lala's videos post November because Lala's been saying the same thing from God knows when. The point, see, I'll be very honest with you, Akshata. I said it before you came in. I do this because I love this. I don't do it for the views. Maybe my channel will plummet eventually because of that, and I'm okay with that. But the one thing I will always say is, if I'm not happy, no, I will say I'm not happy in real time. I don't want to do this at the end of the season. I told you so shit that a lot of people do. You either call it out in real time. No. Bro, this is not as the pro. Anyone who likes pro wrestling here will understand. This is not a work. This is a shoot. There's a lot of people at the end of the season talk. I don't want to talk about the end of the season. I don't want to talk at the end of the season. I want to talk now. I don't want to sweep it under the rug because then we pretend it didn't happen. I'm not interested. I don't care if we won. I don't care if we overtake Arsenal in the next 3 games. Even at the end of the day, no, the issues are the issues, and that's that. It doesn't matter to me. It's everyone talks about standards, no, until it's time to play the game. Then when we crawl through, no, we all just celebrate. I'm fed up of that. I'm not interested. This is not the United I remember. All those players are gone. They all retired. Some of them have even passed away. But at some point of time, no, we have to just not be happy about this. Last season, no, Ruben Amorim almost gave me a fucking heart attack. My bloody cholesterol was 600. 600. I'll send you the bloody picture if you all want to see. Real time 600 my cholesterol was. But people were
God.
telling me, no, that this is fucking the future of Manchester United and modern football. This so-called juvenile coach now has got 33 points. 33, he has more points than Pep. Playing this bloody languid football. And we were brainwashed to believe, no, that we should play modern football and the players are shit. Yet the players are getting us over the line every single week. 33 points. But just because we don't like the players, because they've sacked a bunch of managers, no, we thought it was a players' point. We went from 15th to 3rd. 15th to 3rd in 10 months.
Ishan,
These
remember
players are so shit that we went from 15th to 3rd. I'm done. I'm done trying to
This
be
is my
nice
point.
about things I'm
Like
not
you
happy
said,
about.
These guys went. यही वो team थी जो under Amorim were around like 8th, 9th, 10th, and now they're at 3rd. Now you tell me, यही bunch of players under a new manager for Liverpool, why won't they perform better? Why can't they perform better? अगर if
No,
United
nobody is saying they won't perform better, na. But the people who talk about this fucking vision and this modern football shit, no, they can't get over the fact, no, that they're just wrong. That's it. They don't want to say they are just wrong. That's it. It's that simple. It's that simple.
They have ego. That is that. 19 losses, Ishan. By the way, the only last two managers to get 19 losses for Liverpool are Rafa Benitez in 04-05 season and Rafa Benitez in 09-10 season.
Also, 70 plus goals conceded for the first time in 134 years.
Why? How?
Arey yaar, modern football. One in 30, 2 in 30 years. Whatever else records he has in the 2 years he has been riding bloody Klopp's coattails and his players. Your players are not just run out of contract. Your players have run out of energy and the will to play football under this fellow, because half of them are injury prone, because they've been run to the ground, because they were playing real football like real men for so long that they are actually going to have to retire early, no, because they poured everything into them during their prime.
आर्ने स्लॉट के पास एक हफ्ता था इस गेम को प्रिपेयर करने के लिए. यू नो व्हाट ही डिड? क्रिस्टल पैलेस के विन के बाद 3 दिन की छुट्टी दी गई थी. 3 दिन की छुट्टी, सो दैट कि ये नेदरलैंड जाके अपनी फैमिली से मिल गया आप. ये चल रहा है. और यस, ये चल रहा है इस क्लब में, और ये मैं तब से बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा था, और ये अगर अगले सीजन भी चलेगा, ये it is going down the drain. Simple as that.
Hold on a minute. Daddy Dorado, I love you. But can I flip this on you? One simple question. -5 players, out of which 3 out of 5 players have gained form since Carrick has joined. Okay, 3 out of the 5 players we have bought. Okay, are you trying to tell me this team should have finished 15th last season? That's why I can't relax. Because at the end of 15th and a loss to fucking Spurs in the final, people were telling me, oh my God, we are going to revolutionize football. Did you see what he did against Man City? He took them with the Sporting Club Lisbon team.
I can also give an excuse. Bhai, Alisson, Salah, Ekitike, everyone was out.
Nathan, yaar, it's okay. Everything will be okay, Nathan. Don't look like this, Nathan.
Y'all don't get it. This club club has been completely gutted to the point where these beautiful young fans we have have to resort to shitty standards of new managers telling us that they have visions and football has to change and we are going to revolutionize a movement, and they can't even win fucking 2 games in a row the whole season.
I feel bad. It's okay, Nathan.
खुश रहे यार. You just won the match, भाई. Double किया.
Fuck that, dude.
Maybe have some water. Did you have dinner?
No.
I'll join from my phone.
Whoever is watching Formula One, can anybody tell me what happened to Max Verstappen?
God knows.
Why he started on the second position. I don't know how did he got. Oh, they're showing the replay. Chalo dikhao.
Nathan, can you hear me?
I've been playing
Yeah.
silence. When you're playing.
I'll ask a question to Nathan, okay? या फिर chat को भी देना है दे दे. Are you angry because United made those two fumble mistakes, or कि they sacked Ruben Amorim very late? अगर यही Carrick पहले आया होता, could have been different for you guys.
I'll answer that by saying we finished 15th.
उधर ईशान सेक्टर खोल के देख, आर्ने स्लॉट तक कोपीएम दे रहा है लिवरपूल फैंस को.
क्या बोल रहा है?
भाई बात कर लो, 150 लोग देख रहे हैं हमको.
No, I'm actually I 100% no. I am in the minority of how angry I am right now. I know it, but at the same time, no. If I don't say anything now, I was early on De Gea, I was early on Amorim, and I got so much negativity for it, no, and it was really overwhelming. And a championship manager gets 33 points with the same team in less games. And no one wants to admit that we ruined ourselves by finishing 15th. I don't care about people trolling me. I don't care about losing games. I care about the sanctity of our club. That's it. I don't care about anything else. At the end of the day, no, this club is my life. This is all I know. I don't want to watch football if this team doesn't exist. I don't care about football like that. I'll watch another sport. That's why the name's as such. I've watched many sports in my life, and I'll happily watch something else. Yesterday at 4:30 in the evening, I saw UFC Perth in the daytime. At 4:30 in the evening, I get up at 4:30 in the morning to watch UFC on a Sunday. Whether we play shit or we play well. I don't want to put myself through this. It's not worth it for my health. The younger fans are not delusional, Raz. I read your comment. I understand what you're saying. They're not delusional. They have been lied to. There's a big difference. They have been lied to by our management. They have been lied to by our coaches. They have been lied to by our pundits. They have been lied to by our legends. They're not delusional. I will defend the young ones even if they thought I was negative about Amorim. They are not delusional. They have been lied to. Just like how Barcelona fans were lied to know when we were telling them they don't have money until it finally came out. Then they had to keep quiet, and then they had to figure out what's happening with my club. Then they started panicking. Fans are lied to much more than you think. Much more than you think. That is the injustice. They raise ticket prices. They tell you this is for the benefit of the club, and then they show no actual benefits to the club. They complain about debt. Don't invest in the club if you don't have money to take them out of the debt. Don't, because you're adding to it. You're adding to our problems. You're not reducing our problems. I'm really, really frustrated today. And for whoever wants to celebrate, no, I honestly and humbly ask you to please don't watch this channel right now, because I will bring your mood down. But mark my words. If there is no overhaul next season, we are in real trouble. We're not going to get relegated, because that is bullshit. We shouldn't even have finished 15 in the first place. We're going to be in real trouble.
According to you, Nathan, what do they see as a long-term thing now? Is it Carrick? Is it someone else? Because today you guys won. You guys played
Lala,
well.
I am genuinely telling you,
Ah,
whether you like Carrick or don't like Carrick, no, there is not enough world class managers available and are going to take this job.
so
They
you're
want
basically trying
they.
to say that you need to back him up now.
It's
In
not about back him up. What I'm trying to say is I don't think we actually have a choice.
Fair.
We
Okay.
don't have. If you don't have a choice, it doesn't matter what your opinion is, because at the end
Fair.
of the day, you're not provided an option.
Huh.
This is the thing. Like, everyone is saying we can get this guy, but no one ever realizes that they must want to come. They
Yes.
must want to come.
Yes.
This is the real frustrating. Now we have this new system where the manager is not in charge of transfers. There's like 3 or 4 people. These 3 or 4 people don't want a certain player. They just veto him. They just outvote him. This is
No, but
we have become a parliament now. We do votes for the benefit of our own club.
no, but I want to know in today's match. This was very surprising for me कि start आप लोगों ने ना इतना अच्छा किया था. Where Ishan and me we both felt like यार you might end up scoring 5-6 goals to us, but you guys didn't. ठीक है. तो eventually it felt like intensity बहुत drop off हुई. And why?
Because this is another thing. No, Dhruv said something very, very interesting. Dhruv said we maintained our intensity under Amarim. Right? Carrick doesn't play like that. He's right. But also, maybe maintaining that intensity knows why some of our players are injured now. So now we don't have those players. So now Carrick has a lesser squad, and he has to work with the squad he has. So now you're trying to tell me he's going to run those people down also while we are trying to qualify for Europe?
Okay.
See, he's not a fool, yeah. I mean, listen, is he Pep? No, he's not Pep, but he's also not a fool. He's a seasoned manager. He's had legit jobs. Whether you rate championship football or not, no, it's a legit job.
But एक चीज थी कि आज का the second goal was totally avoidable.
I know, Pedri Maja. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know.
You
I'm
guys have been
just
following the sport for so long. I need to know from you guys, because this is something that I was thinking about ever since Chelsea sacked Liam. That what is it that is wrong with these new
Okay,
managers?
it's okay. It is what it is. But you have won, yeah. I think I know you have your own issues, and those are very legit ones. But I think आज कर यार enjoy. Have a glass of wine, uh, and watch a nice movie. I think you should do that.
Yeah.
sure. I'll take it into consideration.
You should.
I just between Liverpool, United and Chelsea,
Yeah.
there is so much I don't recognize about any of these clubs. There is so much.
I don't recognize my club anymore. 19 losses in a season, and he's still the manager. and they just say that ki bhai, because of the injuries, because of the personnel, the issues have been there. Nahi bhai, aisa nahi hota hai. It's become too tactical, क्या कह सकते हैं, too business driven in all of the decisions.
Oh, they are. I'm telling you, they're slowly killing our club. Thank you, man. Just they're legitimately slowly killing our club. And while we collect all these trophies, people will forget how bad it is. They will forget how bad it is. Yeah, Real Madrid too. There's a lot of clubs. There's a lot of clubs that are lying to the fans. Yeah, and it's hidden behind quote unquote success.
I can understand, Nathan, because a lot of people are just happy about these momentarily issues that okay, we have won against Liverpool. January ke baad the season has gone good, but you as a fan, you have seen this happening a lot of times as well in the past. It's just that now you want कि आगे जाके this cycle shouldn't repeat again, right?
Yeah, no, sorry, I was just highlighting this, highlighting this comment, but yeah, I agree. It shouldn't happen again. I agree. It shouldn't happen. See, but this is the thing, right, Lala? You said it. You said it correctly. We have seen it many a time, and this is why whether the young fans agree with me, think I'm too harsh, think I'm too negative. No, I will always defend them because a lot of them only know this reality. They only know this reality, and for that, I can only empathize. I can't do anything else. Because if that's all you know,
Give me like
that's all
20
you know.
minutes. Give me like 10, 15 minutes. I'll come again.
Yeah. Akshara, anyway, please do me a favor and tell me.
My internet is dying, I feel.
Is it? You seem very clear right now, but
Because you are your screen is not moving.
that's fine. You can hear me, right? You're moving though. We can hear you and we can
Cool.
see you
I
clearly.
had a question on
Yes,
the
please.
topic that you addressed, which is that you are not able to relate with, a lot of Chelsea, United, Madrid, Liverpool. My concern, wait a second, I'll just quickly move to my
Okay. Guys, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Please let me know. Even you've heard me ramble on enough. Please give me your thoughts, Kevin.
I think it should be fixed now. Am I better now? Like,
You were fine this whole time. Like I could see you move, I could hear you talk. This it's perfect.
so my question is that, of course, we are questioning the way clubs are run and everything. But why is it that the quality of managers that's coming out is not as impactful? Because I fail to understand. I know that Liverpool did not go out and try to find a manager, but there were clubs who did try to find managers mid-season, start of the season, but things did not work out for them. So I do feel somewhere that the quality of managers that's coming out is also questionable right now, because there's definitely something that's off. And
I'm
you guys have
listening to
been
you.
following sport way like longer than I have, so you'd be able to give a better answer to this. Like when Rio came in, right? Like initially, a couple of weeks, everybody thought that he may be the right man for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Even when Amarim coming in, a lot of people did think in the beginning that he was the right person for United,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? Like Javi going to Madrid, it did feel like, that he
Yeah.
will be the man for them. And
Yeah.
of course, and Madrid are known to make right decisions, and even they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
We have seen Spurs fire the manager right at the beginning of the season, thinking that, oh my God, God knows what are they going to do this season, and here they are, almost relegated. So I don't understand. And there are things that Nathan, that like while I watch these matches with you guys can also see massive issues, right? Like today when the substitutions were made, you were clearly annoyed with them, right? So if a fan sitting so far away can see these things, why is it that the managers can't?
Someone put it up here. Maybe that's the reason. Danish is. We share a lot of common thoughts. One of my longest subscribers. I believe this is the answer you're looking for. Someone else said it. Akshata.
Yeah.
I think at the end of the day, no matter how much you want to blame management, and yes, they are the ones who hire the coaches. The end of the day, the manager or the head coach or whatever they call it at Liverpool Football Club, here they call it head coach now at United. Um, he's the one who's ultimately in charge of who goes out there, who plays like what. Once he's given the players, so I think I know people say manager is an easy scapegoat, but at the same time, it's like manager is an easy scapegoat. But then when you see someone just come take your team and do significantly better, you wonder if that's true or not. That's how I look at it. Yeah, I agree, Chiranjeev. I don't know why Ineos bought if they couldn't buy a club out of debt. Jim Ratcliffe, this is his baby. He apparently is a lifelong United fan who had a Chelsea season ticket because his businesses are in London. I don't know which Manchester United fan who's a billionaire can't afford to take his little private jet and show up to Manchester to watch the season games there. I mean, the Leicester the Leicester owner used to come from Thailand. Obviously, he wasn't in Thailand the whole time, but he would take his private jet to watch at the my God, I forgot what the Leicester City Stadium is. But he would come there by helicopter. Unfortunately, we'll not go into that. But he would take his private helicopter come watch the home games every time. You know, so this is the kind of owner we have as lifelong Manchester United fan, but he doesn't have enough money to buy the whole club. So and get us out of debt. And he has been given all the financials and he knows exactly what the problems are. Because part of the I don't know if you know this, Akshada, but part of whenever you want ownership of a club, the club who's selling their club, they have to reveal all the financial details, debt, assets, liabilities, everything that comes under MUFC Incorporated or whatever it's called at United. So they know exactly what was wrong. They know they did. They obviously knew they didn't have the money because to me it doesn't look like he's going to get the money to buy Manchester United. So he just wanted to say he's Manchester United owner. That's the kind of guy we have. He raises ticket prices and compares us to. This is the thing that bothered me. There's one thing that he said and one thing that Amarim said. No, that I've never forgotten since I've heard it. Well, Amarim saying he suffers more than the fans at a press conference. That was one thing he said. And Jim Ratcliffe comparing us to Fulham when someone was asking us about price ticket raises. I don't know if you know this, but I heard it on someone else's podcast. Fulham is in one of the most expensive neighborhoods in London, and he was talking about the seat pricing. But Fulham also has about 20,000 seats, and we have 80. So the reason a Fulham ticket costs more is because there's less supply and there's more demand. Simple economics. As commerce students, I'm sure we are fully aware of that, Akshata. We don't need to be billionaires to have that knowledge at least. So he's comparing an 80,000 stadium in a notoriously working class community that was literally built and formed by miners, and he's comparing us to one of the poshest neighborhoods in the most expensive city in the country and having a fraction of the amount of tickets. And that's when I knew that this man is only doing this as a status symbol. This man is only doing it as a thing. He is never ever going to be the full owner of this club, which means he will be hand in hand with Glazers. And the one thing, the one thing we all agree is that we don't like the Glazers. That is our one common denomination. Some people like Bruno, some people don't like Bruno. Some people like the manager, some people don't like the manager. The one thing everybody doesn't like is the Glazers. And we know we are completely hand in hand with the Glazers. So And now that we know that this man will never ever be the full owner, he's basically given Glazers a job, because the rival buyers of Ineos were allegedly one of the members of the Kingdom of Qatar, and in his business portfolio, his plan that he has to pass out to give. So basically, they have to tell them their business plan, and they have to show them their assets. So they basically said, if we buy we want a full sale, and we are going to get the debt out of this club. So we will give you your money, but we want the whole thing. Our plan is to redevelop Manchester United, not break down Old Trafford, and clear the debt as soon as we can. To this person who is doing none of that. He has only bought the footballing side of United. So finances are still run technically by Glazers. They have the majority shares in the company. So they are still,
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
the
of course. I
majority
think
ownership.
this is how it operates. Business operates in
Yeah.
that way, right? Like no
Yeah.
matter all, whatever amount you invest is directly proportional to the kind of say you have in decision makings.
No, I was just enjoying the first half of this game, and about 1.5 hours later, my mood is completely changed. Incredibly frustrating. Well, there's a question for you here, Akshata. I don't know if you want to answer it or not, but I'll read it out to you. How much Trent going to Madrid has affected Liverpool? Like, according to me, he was a player who was enabling what Klopp wanted to play and what Slot wanted to play.
No, I think Trent going to Madrid has affected things, and also because what's this guy's name? Yeah, who we thought was the right replacement for Trent, the young boy.
Frimpong.
No, no,
Sorry.
the one who's injured.
Yeah. Connor Bradley.
Yes, and also Conor Bradley being injured did not help us. I mean, both of them could bring the best out of Salah. Also, I think so. Salah's performance also did impact Trent. So yeah, like of course, when it was happening, and your pride and prestige and ego does not want you to accept that a player leaving is going to leave that impact, especially the way that Trent left. But in hindsight, you of course always see the kind of things that could have happened better if the player stayed. But thanks to Slot and his abilities as a manager, we don't really take time to sit and think how things would have been different if Trent was still there. I mean, a lot has changed, right? We did lose a lot of players. Yeah, man, McLaren are on top, and as we speak, Norris is leading the race. I've not been able to follow properly.
Yeah, when owners and players say no one suffers, and managers say no one suffers more than us, I get kind of very badly triggered by that statement. Uh, I almost feel that's like it's a direct insult to people who can't really afford the tickets, but because they have been doing it for some people for generations, some people for decades, like, but they still manage to scrounge up the money at the beginning of the next year when the emails come out and they tell you you have to buy your season ticket or it will be forfeited by this time. And you know some of these people can't even afford it, and they do it. Like, for example, the Spurs fans, they pay for the most expensive season ticket to watch what? Genuinely, to watch what? Like, I'm not even trying to be insulting. I'm being like, if I were to ask them, do you think that Europa League victory was justified in terms of how much you have to pay for a season ticket year in and year out? Is that it? That's all you expect from your club? That one chance you get a trophy and then you'll wait
Yeah.
another 17 years? It's really tough. I mean, I don't know. I honestly, I thought I'd have a lot more to say, but I'm so riled up and so fuming that I can't honestly think of anything right now. Like, I'm trying to think of where we're going to go with this, but I mean, we can talk about the game if you'd like, Akshata. I don't know. I am. I am okay talking about anything, but I when that whistle blew, I was extremely disappointed. And it has nothing to do with Liverpool being our rivals and this, that, and we should have hammered them 5-0. It is how we capitulated when we were clearly in control. Some of the tactics made no sense to me. We have the shortest man on the pitch and we're going long to him. Go long on the other side. Go long on the other side. You know, if you want to play out from the back, at least spread the players out. Don't keep them in your penalty box so you can play players on side if there's a mistake. These simple things. And people are angry at Michael Carrick. I'm like, even if Michael Carrick told them to play from the back, no, you can still push them forward out of your box when you see the opposition pressing up by default. Just push them a little bit out so they don't play onside. That's it. You know, people think I'm going hard on Lemons. I love Sonny Lemons, but at the end of the day, he couldn't make a simple straight pass. That is not a small error. He looked up and hit it straight and still couldn't find the defender. He could have hit it to the side. Maguire and Heaven were on both sides. You could hit it aside. Why? Right in front of your goal. When people are pressing you by default, you're playing everybody onside. Our defenders were literally by the byline on the goalpost. That means everybody technically is onside. They could basically just stand. There could be 10 people outside the penalty box just waiting for you to make a mistake. It's simple things like that. And how you can blame Carrick for that too, I don't understand. Ahmad passing back from the halfway line to a Liverpool player. Like, how is this Michael Carrick's fault? You don't like the football, fine. You don't like that we are timid after a lead, fine. You don't like the fact that we lose our energy in the beginning of the second half, fine. But the mistakes on which the goals were conceded, how you can blame the manager for? That is my point. You don't want the manager, fine. You don't want Michael. I'm not even arguing with those people. You don't want the manager, no, fine. I'm not even going to push back. But the way we conceded the goals, you can't blame that on the manager. You just can't.
Yeah.
Aniket, you're absolutely right, Aniket. But you know what, Aniket? I'll be very honest with you. Because if I say this about Amarim, no, people would have said, you said it about Amarim, but didn't say it about Carrick. So I have to say it about Carrick as well. You know what I'm saying, Doc? I have to be fair. I can't say it about Amarim and then not say it about Carrick. If we don't have the profile for the players, don't do it. It's very simple. This is not how he beat City. This is not how he beat Arsenal. First 2 games he played. This is not how we won. This is also how we could have beaten Liverpool today if we just maintained what we were doing in the first half. I know Sheshko went off, but we could work around it. We could have worked around it. We didn't have to fall deep into our own half. From the very get-go, that too. From the very beginning, we fell into our own half. It's almost like we conceded we are going to fall back for no reason. We were 2-0 up. So you see, these are the things you can call out on Michael Carrick. I don't mind. Like I said, if people don't want Michael Carrick in the job, that's fine. To me, there are not enough managers to get the job. I asked Akshata today. In fact, I've not asked Akshata this. I know she doesn't want to talk about the game, and I'll be respectful of that to her. I don't want to ruin everyone's mood, even though I should technically ruin everybody's mood. But I'm very curious because this is my stance. So I'll ask her what's her stance. My stance is I don't think there's enough managers available for all these teams that need new managers. Tomorrow, if you lose. So tomorrow, if you, let's say you get what you wish, you'll all celebrate on the streets when Arne Slot gets sacked. No, let's just assume he gets sacked. Which manager, and now this is a very important part of the sentence, which manager would want to come to Liverpool Football Club?
Absolutely.
And which manager?
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you in between, but
No problem.
you know,
No problem.
After Madrid, if after Leverkusen we could have gotten Alonso, it would have. I think things would have been different. Now there are question marks in front of his name also. There will be people who will question, right? Like if he is the right choice or not. We can be talking about, okay, fine, Gerrard can come, or we like for the remaining matches, and then next season onwards it can be Alonso. But if he couldn't make the best out of the top players at Madrid, how is he going to do the best in Liverpool? There will be people who question that. And Chelsea, with all their money, also couldn't find the right manager, right?
Everyone talks about how
Question.
much. Everyone talks about how much Liverpool spent. Everyone talks
Yeah.
about the last decade about how United spent. But you know what's the funny thing? I remember reading a stat maybe in 2024. In the last 10 years, United spent 1.3 billion, Man City spent 1.1 billion. And circa 2026, 2 years later, I saw that Chelsea has spent over a billion in less than 2 years of being here. So what is Chelsea's excuse? See, money is great and all, but it depends on what you spend the money on. If you spend 90 million on Mudryk and Mudryk is coming from Shakhtar Donetsk, you can't expect him to win the Ballon d'Or next year. Because Shakhtar is a crap club. They just got hammered 3-1 by Crystal Palace, by the way, in the first leg. Away. They went to the away ground and Crystal Palace beat them 3-1. Who just lost 3-0 to Bournemouth today. 3-0. They went and hammered Shakhtar at their home 3-1. And now they are going to come to Selhurst Park, they're going to hammer them again. You can't spend 90 million on a Shakhtar player and expect him to win the Ballon d'Or.
And also, Nathan, I feel that in a sport like football or any sport, at the end of the day, it's the silverware that counts. Right? If you win a trophy, good. If you don't, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, all of them technically are the same. Right? Of course,
Yeah.
we have to fight for UCL spots or Europa. All that is there. But other than that, Arteta is there for so long. What has he technically produced in terms of trophies? Not anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes,
I mean, I literally heard someone again say today, I would take 4 second places, then a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup. I'm like, you spend almost a billion in 5 years. Arsene Wenger never, even if you take inflation into account, there is no string of 5 years, where his amount came anywhere near a billion. And he still was finishing second and third and fourth. With, by the way, and this will be a very unpopular sentence, but with lesser players than these players, and by playing more beautiful football, he would still get European football. With much lesser players than the quality Arteta has. If you see some of the players he had people like Kieran Gibbs and Bakary Sanya was all right. He was okay. That was like the left back, right? But they had like Denilson. He was all right. They had Abu Diaby. Okay, he was actually good, but he got injury prone. Like they had all right players and they would play magical football. Yeah, this guy has almost 1 billion. And some Arsenal fans are like, we are okay with him not winning again this year. I'm like, guys, if you all honestly are okay with spending this kind of money not winning anything, then it's going to reach a dead end. It's going to reach a dead end because at some point of time, no, he is going to be held accountable, whether it's by you or it's by the management. Because there's no way the Cronkies are going to spend another 300 million on him this season. No, if he doesn't win anything, I don't even think it's going to happen. And then there are people who are saying, Akshata, that Arteta did really good at Arsenal, but he couldn't win anything. He'll go to another club and win. Yes, who? With what guarantee? You think he's going to get this kind of funds in many, many clubs? How many clubs can give you this kind of funds?
again,
PSG,
nobody is going to do that. And in sports, nobody counts how many trophies have you won. That's the unfortunate truth. Like if you draw a parallel with any other sport, in a tennis, why do people talk more about a Djokovic or a Federer or a Nadal? Because they have won the most number of Grand Slams, right? On the other hand, it's not that a Stan Wawrinka wasn't great. He was. But because his number of trophies is not as many, we don't talk about him. There are so many new fans of tennis who wouldn't know of him, right? At the end of the day, when you talk about this time of Arsenal, how many people are going to remember Arteta? 20 years later, 25 years later, if he does not leave the club with a silverware, there won't be any stats talking about him, right? If you're if you're Googling or whatever the software is 20 years later, if you're asking any AI software, what was it like, they won't have anything to answer.
twice the manager, bro. 4 times the man. No, 6 times the manager, dude. Actually, I'm insulting Arsene Wenger. He's nowhere near Arsene Wenger. That's actually, I shouldn't be that disrespectful. As much as I can't stand Arsenal, no, it's out of respect. Nothing else. You can ask her friend Dubé, ball to hall. He'll tell you the same thing. He can say all he wants about how much he hates Arsenal, no, but there's a reason we hate Arsenal, and that's because they played beautiful football with crap. That's a fact. That's a fact. You can't take that away from them. I don't agree, Prathamesh. Not there was a time when they weren't willing to spend money with Wenger and other managers. Eventually, it will be a problem. Eventually, it will be a problem. 100%. And this is also a great point. Yeah, this is a great point. He's better than some of the other people they had. Bot Hellas is better than Arteta. I don't know. I won't go that far. I haven't watched Getafe play, to be very honest with you. Have you seen any La Liga football this season, Akshata?
No.
So he's what La Liga fans call, but I'm not going to pretend like I watch Getafe, an ultra defensive football manager. Like apparently he's worse than Simeone. If you can somehow believe that, yeah. So
Only
yeah,
those you
so
see.
I mean, I don't know, yeah. I will leave the stream at some point of time, and I will probably cool off. But I just it's so much. It's really so much fear and so much dread. Every time we start the new season, no, we are so excited. We're so excited, and this management just kills they absolutely just kill the life out of the fans here. And the young fans in particular, they just absolutely destroy our young fans every single season here. And it's really heartbreaking because I so badly want our young fans to see us win a Premier League. I so badly want to see it for them. I've got my fair share here. I've got my fair share. I've got my treble. I've got my double in 2008, 2009. Almost got a treble that year. I've seen my fair share of happiness here. But my whether we win or not a Premier League, now my standards I refuse for my standards to go down anymore. I was very patient last season. I was very angry the whole season last year. It really took a toll on my health. I'm not willing to compromise. Right out of the bat, maybe 2 months into this season, I'm like, I'm done with this guy, man. I can't do it anymore. I was patient for one season, fair play, good luck. He tried his best. It's not working out. It's not working out. I was the sigh of relief I had when we sacked him. Now, even we were eighth. I think we were eighth when we sacked him. I was just it was just a sigh of relief. I couldn't take. I genuinely, I don't think I could mentally take it anymore. I think I honestly would have just quit screaming at the end. I honestly, I cannot find it acceptable. I just cannot. I mean, so I don't know where you are. Maybe you all will reach that point at some point of time as well. But this year was a real breaking point for me. And constantly the nonsense spoken in the press conferences after we lost in particular. I just I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it anymore. I don't honestly I don't know how y'all are gonna do it next season. Because for everything that is currently pointing, today I'm watching Madrid only because Mbappe ain't playing. Um, that's a whole other problem in that club. But I don't know how y'all are going to take it next season. Yeah. I really do. This is so funny, Akshata, because I didn't know you before this. But if you see some of the very first streams I was doing with Lala, and you see any stream post 2026, Lala and me have literally role reversed every week, every single week. I was miserable. They were sitting there going, "You got Mbemo, you got this, you got that." Why? I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter who we have. Like this, we are not going to do well. It doesn't matter. All these players, it's great. All the celebrations, it's great. We are not going to do well. This is not sustainable. Half of these people don't know how to play the roles. It's just we are getting by on quality. Simple as that. Just pure quality. How good these players were, where they were, and where they have come from. We are getting by on that 9 times out of 10. Even today, the worked performances today, didn't get us a goal. The well worked performance, the no look cross by Bruno that eventually became the second goal. We don't get a goal from that. We get a goal from some weird, awkward bounce, and it goes in the goal. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, people think we don't actually work the ball and score. We are actually not scoring goals by working the ball. We are not. We are scoring by individual brilliance, almost exclusively in some games. Today, the ball went an awkward bounce. Kobe Menu, instead of doing what most of the donkeys in our club would do, which is smash the ball in with full power, he placed it. I remember Florian Wirtz do that against the Wolves game, actually, if I'm not mistaken, outside the box. The ball got cut back by Frimpong. I was doing the live with Lala. He just placed it across goal. He was on the near post of the goal. He came running in. He did far post of the goal through traffic, and the ball just rolled in. Because sometimes all you have to do is place the ball. That's what Menu did. He just placed the ball, and no one could do anything about it, and it went in. Sometimes it's just the simple thing that gets you by.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you watch the highlights today, or if you can get yourself to watch this game again, every worked attempt landed in not a goal. Every worked attempt. So, and then people will say, what is Carrick doing? This is not sustainable. All our worked attempts are not becoming a goal. What do you want him to do? What do you want Carrick to do? You want him to put on his boots and show them how to play a pass at 45 years old? What can he do here? At some point of time, no, it's a law of diminishing returns. At the end of the day, we are just scraping by on individual brilliance. Even if we play well. So,
Yep.
what difference it makes?
And also the fact that, other teams have just not been up to the mark. Things would have been so much different, yeah, if other teams had done better.
Listen, there was no faith. There was genuinely no faith in Aston Villa doing anything last year, because we beat them 4-0 in the last game of the season and they couldn't get Champions League. They have been doing this for a while now. Unai Emery has a very difficult time getting the team across the line. That is one of his very big weaknesses. I don't know if it's because the players and the teams he has had in the past, that is why, but that's one thing he has a real bad weakness for, especially in the league.
Again,
Last year,
see,
they
again, the
won in
manager,
Champions.
right? This is one of the managers who is put, on a high pedestal. And again, this same manager is also messing things up.
I mean, it's just. I've said a lot today. I started out Lala's stream saying nothing. I ended up saying a lot. It really, really irks me. It really gets on my nerves.
Yeah. It's okay, Nathan.
This-
Everything will be okay.
It's not about that. See, right? It's not about winning titles. It's not that for me. I understand if my club right now is not in the place to win a Champions League and a league title. That's why when Suraj came, I said, Suraj, it's impossible to troll me because I know my club. You can't troll someone who has that expectation of knowing where it's going to be. You can't do that. You can only troll people who have an unrealistic expectation of hope. I call it hope. A lot of people have hope, and I don't want to take it away from them. But I don't have hope. I have a realistic expectation. Akshata, did I not say it? Second
Yeah,
half we will drop.
yeah.
Second half we
Realistically.
will drop intensity. Second half
Yeah.
we'll drop intensity, and in the last 10 minutes we'll pick it up again and try to win the game. What happened in the end?
Wendy is saying that.
Exactly that
Whereby
happened.
Lala said that maybe you guys are doing that intentionally to pick up the intensity in the second half.
We do it every week. Not against Liverpool. We do it every week.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter the opposition. Doesn't matter. And that is when last 10 minutes we got the winner.
Hmm.
So I know where my club is. That's why when people do, Nathan, are we going to do well in the Champions League? I'm like, no. We're not going to do well in the Champions League. But we need the Champions League because we need to buy players who want to play Champions League football so our club can eventually compete for leagues and Champions Leagues.
Yep.
It's a steady progression instead of just trying to pay your way out of it all the time. Ask Chelsea fans. At the when Bluco came in, no, they were getting gassed. In Kunku, Modric, all these people, everyone came in. Everyone's almost gone. 90% of whatever they bought has either gone on loan or they've been sold already.
Hmm.
Paying for the straight for a direct benefit is not going to happen anymore. The number one reason Chelsea fails right now knows Robin Abramovich was a rich man who actually loved Chelsea Football Club.
Yeah.
He didn't just love being owner of Chelsea Football Club like the Glazers. He actually loved it. He was so hands-on. He was so hands-on as an owner, no? Believe me, no player can replace that. Because it
Yeah.
has to come from management. That passion has to come through from the person who's actually invested in
Right,
the club.
not like how Nottingham Forest were. Their owners have also tried to
But
show
here's the thing, but here's the thing. You know what's the funny thing about Marinakis? People were saying, "My God, he threatened Gibbs White to stay." So guess what? Gibbs White is actually going to be the one that wins them that Europa League.
that.
He looks like a bloody genius at the end of the season. That's the thing, na? He got whoever people, other people he wanted. He was like, "Yeah, you take these people, you take those people." Ilanga, sure, cool. Chris Wood not working. I'll buy a new striker. Fine, cool. Morgan Gibbs White, no, you're not taking my captain. I'm sorry, that's not happening. Now Morgan Gibbs White is scoring hat tricks and getting them wins over in the Europa League. And now they could be knocking out Aston Villa. Aston Villa bottles everything anyway. They already have the advantage into the second leg.
Hmm.
Imagine if Morgan Gibbs White dunks on them. Then Marinakis is sitting there looking, sitting this way because he's a giant man and he's looking like he's king of the world. Yeah, like he's a genius by keeping one player.
Yeah.
You see, this is the thing, yeah.
Yeah. Nathan, I'll leave now because the race is entering a very interesting point.
The race. What
I'm
race?
watching. I'm watching Formula One also.
It's
Miami
going
won.
on right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no problem.
The
I'll
Sandwich
anyway.
race is going on. And it's very interesting because Verstappen started on the second position, then his car messed up, so he got down, and now he's back on third
Catching up.
with a bad car.
Enjoy. Thank you for joining me. I think I'll bounce in a few minutes as well.
Yeah, you
Just
take care of yourself.
yes. You too. You too. I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you for joining. Good night. All right, guys. You're stuck with me. What do y'all want to talk about? Confused cinephile. Dallo awful. Dallo wasn't awful, Baba, until Rio came here. Come on. Honestly, it doesn't even matter the way we conceded the goals. Chin up. Second home teams matches from 12:30. I hear you. I hear you, dude. Thank you for making me laugh. I think I needed that. I was really. I don't want to say the word down, but I was really frustrated today. That's what I would say. This stream has been in the background. I'm making notes. Let's enjoy these wins. It's okay. This team needs improvement. We agree on that. I hear you, Sinophile, but this is what I'm saying now. This see, I guess what I'm trying to say. I guess what I'm basically trying to say, confused cinephile, is the mistakes we make has actually nothing to do with how the team plays. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense to you. But yeah. But yes. And thank you for listening to me in the background while you're making notes. I appreciate that. Just give me a second, guys. I'm just doing something. Sorry about that, but yeah. These American owners don't have passion for. It's not about that. It's not about that, Prathamesh. It's not about that. It is about what you look at it as. Because sometimes you can look at it as I don't know how you say it, but sometimes you can look at it as from they want to be the best businessman, so they manage to try and make the club successful. Like, so part of me thinks when Roman bought it first, that he just, because of his competitiveness as a businessman, he wanted the best Chelsea he possibly could get. And I think at some point of time he just ended up falling in love with the club and take it really, really super seriously. And I think that is why at the end of the day, no, Roman Abramovich was one of the better owners we have seen in this club. Sorry, in the Premier League, I should say, not in the club. But yeah. So it's one of those, to me, according to me at least. But yeah, I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but that's where I stand with this. I don't think all American owners are bad. I just think that if you are lucky to find the right ones, you don't have as much of a problem, if that makes sense. For example, Wrexham, Prathamesh, they literally on the last day bottled it. But all things considered, it'll still be the fastest promotion. Excuse me. It'll still be the fastest promotion to Premier League, no matter what happens from the National League. Even if they don't get it in the next 3 years, it'll still be the fastest promotion to the National League. I mean, from the National League to the Premiership. So, sorry, Martinez making a mistake playing from the back. Anyway, talk about WWE. It's been weeks. Night one was good at WrestleMania. Night was okay. Sorry, night two was good. But yeah, I don't know what problem does Slot have with Rio, bro. He doesn't want to admit that a 70-year-old kid is better than his preferred fellow Dutchman. Because if I'm being very frank with you, Prathamesh, most people wouldn't like that. They just wouldn't. And if you want to draw a parallel, I'll happily draw one for you. 90 million Anthony, Amad Diallo. So don't be. I've sent him the link, Deku. I've sent him the. I don't know if he's a free now or not. He messaged me, but I didn't see it. Yeah, too busy yelling at people. But what was I saying? Sorry. Yeah, that is the parallel that happened in our club, though, Prathamesh. Oof, I've calmed down a lot. Rahul Singh, Dallo gets in right way, but is finishing. Yeah. Listen, yeah, he is the right back at the end of the day, but I'm not making any excuses. Come on, Nathan, you one enjoy, man. Maybe I need to eat food, dude. Maybe I'll be in a better mood after I eat dinner. They fire the new day. Yeah, I mean, 20 years, it's crazy, bro. They've become too much of an organization, less of a family now. Don't be surprised if they show up at AEW and kill it. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods are very, very grizzled vets. Ashbhai was asking for the link, you didn't get. I'm sorry, Deku. I'm sorry. My head is in a whole different place, man. I'm sorry. He asked me. He sent me a message when I didn't see it. It's on me, man. It's on me. I was just somewhere else today. You know. Subhajit's here today. Should have been 3-0 Liverpool. Just hop onto our mistakes. Liverpool just hop onto our mistakes. Yeah, Subhajit. I don't know what to say, man. I agree. नहीं देखे चलते है ऐसी लीग जिसमें यूनाइटेड hopefully one day gaming rush. That's what I pray for. Yeah, I want our young fans to see it. I really do. I do. I'm actually doing making notes. So example, let's see, this is great. I'm glad I'm giving you some kind of distraction. I want to say something as a Bas fan. I don't like most of United fans only for delusional. You're the most realistic fan I've seen. Kalim, I appreciate that. It only comes from a lot of being older and being broken down by your club. Eventually, it will happen to a lot of United fans under this ownership, which is very sad. I would not wish this on any football fan, to be honest, but it unfortunately will happen. The only criticism that we could carry that he was pressing more than necessary and playing a high line with a slow black line. Sure, you can give him. You feel free to give him whatever criticism you want, secret gamers, because next season we have to see if he improves or not. That is why I'm annoyed. I want to see him improve on the things I've complained about today. It's absolutely fair. Even if it's one thing, you can put out your point across. It's perfectly fine. One thing, zero things, half a thing. A problem is a problem that we need to solve. There's no problem at us saying anything about it. Today, second half, which midfield you would have loved to have as a mid before today's game started realistically? If you look at second half, which meal would... Dude, I don't want any Liverpool players. Shonak. I'm okay with my midfield. We'll just buy new players. I don't want any Liverpool players, not out of pride, but because they have also been quite inconsistent here, to be honest. Will Spurs win or lose today? I don't know how Aston Villa are at the moment here. I don't know. They might be rattled after losing to Forest. It's a very good time to play Aston Villa, to be fair. So where you stand with your beliefs regard? It's not, Kalim. I'm telling you, if you are in the unfortunate position I am in, where Barcelona don't win any, as people like to call it, high honors for 5, 6, 7 years, no, and you're watching your management slowly reduce your expectations as a fan, you would feel the same way. Any fans, any club would feel the same way. Trust me. But past record, all these European Arab to hedge fund managers, because it's a sense of pride. Na, they want to be a success. They want to be successful. Period. Prathamesh. They want to be successful in whatever they do. Look at Turkey Al Sheikh. He's finally going to get Fury Joshua. They should have done it 10 years ago in England. 10 years ago, they should have done it. They're slightly past their prime. Some would say they're both way past their prime. This should have happened 10 years ago, but one man comes from outside and makes all these fights. Canelo Crawford, Fury AJ, then Fury Usyk, then AJ Usyk. One man has come and done this in Riyadh season. He wanted to try and get Undertaker out of retirement when they come to Saudi Arabia. He got Goldberg back. He got Brock Lesnar. So one man doing it for pro wrestling and boxing. I don't know what else he does. Maybe he does other things even. This is the desire to be the best after seeing everyone know fluff their lines and bottle it. You just swoop under, like the savior, and that's what Turkey Al Sheikh's done for boxing, and maybe not WWE, but what he wants, he gets. That's the main thing. If he wants to be the best at it, he's putting on these boxing fights that fight promoters who have been doing it for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. If you're Bob Arum, who's in his 90s now. Bob Arum is still a boxing promoter in his 90s, top rank boxing. This man has come in 5 years now and put all those fights on. That's it. What's his issue with Chiesa? Pride, yeah, Swayam. It's all pride, yeah. This guy, I'm telling you, Ishan got so mad at me, but I said it. This man is like Ten Hag. These Dutch people know. I don't know what is it with them. I don't know what it is with them. He was answering the questions like Ten Hag, behaving like Ten Hag, having favorites like Ten Hag. It's the same thing. You take away the league title, you watch the performances, you watch the substitution choices, and you watch the post-match press conference. It's like Ten Hag. Close your eyes and just hear the words. It's like he's talking like Ten Hag. I don't know what's it with these Dutch managers. That day, I remember many years ago, Koeman got sacked. No, he's like, it's a shame they sacked one of the best managers ever. Bro, this guy couldn't even manage Everton. I don't even know how Barcelona gave him a job. He couldn't manage Everton, dude, Ronald Koeman, just because he played for Barcelona and he was a great there. You can't, just because you're a great doesn't mean you can manage, yeah. It doesn't mean that. He said, he had the cheek to say also, they got rid of one of the best managers ever. I'm like, get out there, Ronald Koeman. What are you talking about, bro? No way any of the nights were good. Restaurant Triple H doing WWE. I mean, second night was good because of the main event and Rhea Ripley. Anyway, what are you having for dinner? I don't have a clue, dude. I there is something, because my mom asked me, should I bring dinner? I was like, no, I'll do it after the stream. Hopefully, I think I'm having burgers. Be a nice way to reduce the depression today. Wrexham, man, back to back, just miss your playoffs. New season, document. I can't exactly confuse cinephile. These are American owners that actually want to be the best. good owners. I've used skepticism on these players and coaches when they have to play 2-3 games for we need Enrique type coach, but this management won't do it. Gravity, I'm going to say it one more time to you. The managers must want to come to our club as well. Don't forget that. Managers must want to come to our club. It is all well and good saying we want this manager, we want that manager. The managers must want to come to our club. Otherwise, nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. That's what we should be worried about. Will the managers we want come to this club? The answer to that question is most likely not. Because now we have this new system where we want a head coach and we don't want a manager. The game is gone. Some people want complete control over their management of the club because they don't, if they get sacked, they don't want to be responsible for this.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. Yeah,
Going
next
on.
season the formation will be a W. That's right. For people who don't know that, you wait till the end of the season. Otherwise, you all will get a heart attack. I don't want to do that to you today. But yeah, it's probably going to be a W or an M, whatever you'd like to call it. No, I haven't. I haven't seen this. They ran Zobo into the ground. There is no they, dude.
Per
Only
scores.
Scott. Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, Spurs scores.
The Vedant. See, I made a comment about no, I think my choice was a little off. Can you please let Mock by no extra? I'll do that, Vedant. He's backed by PF. Others can't even dream of throwing that money. But it's a question of making the matches even, Mad Nona. Before this money existed, they had opportunity to make the matches. Anyone could have made AJ versus Fury. Let's be honest, but no one did. The amounts of ads, yes, I did see that. Even Koeman, Van Hal, at least Van Hal has Champions Leagues, dude. Let's not put him in the bracket of Koeman. Why are you fuming? No, dude. It's way past that now. If Amram did not have beef with main one player, I guess he would still have a job. Who knows? Who knows?
But this is so weird कि Kobe Maino, he was not preferring Kobe Maino, and now Kobe Maino has scored a winner today.
Yeah, it's only, you know who's it funny to? It's only funny to people not named Ruben Amorim.
No, but Nathan, my point is, आपके fan base पे भी a lot of people were ठीक है, whatever Amarim is doing, let him do, वगैरह वगैरह.
Yeah.
Like you will see the same similarities between a lot of Liverpool fans right now. They're like, okay, whatever Slot is doing, let him do. It's that kind of a thing, not questioning it. Now today, he's the only guy who has scored the winner, where Amarim used to say he's not good enough to start as well.
Kalim we'll do one not this week because we'll be doing mega watch along, so not this week, but probably next week when football just slows down completely. Next week
next
we'll do
weekend. Next weekend.
yeah, multiple. I think Lala will do one, I'll do one. We'll
Yes,
keep
yes.
entertaining y'all. We'll keep entertaining y'all and not watch football. How about that? 2 for 1. All of us are happy. Lala, apologies, bro. If I came out too strongly in comments, I love you and respect. That's sweet.
नहीं भाई मैं वो मैच के टाइम पे जो बोल दिया भाई इतना मैं आई डोंट इवन रिमेम्बर लंग इट्स ओके भाई.
Fair enough. Fair. That's 5 at the
Whatever-
back.
whatever
Actually,
happens
it is
during the
3 at the back with
90
an M in the
minutes
front. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, it's going to look like an M or a W. Clueless noob. Just have a look at who is it here. I don't like recommending these things to people, but if people want to see it, I'll tell them. I think James Lawrence Alcott has what Amorim would do with United, because basically he shows what he did at Middlesbrough, which is like an M or a W depending on how you look at it up front. But yeah. Yes. Thank you, Jayan. Thank you. To hit the post. Oh, sorry. Rocket, thank you, bro. No problem, Vedant. Fury was the money, and there's so many times he tried to pull out a Usyk negotiation, but at the end it was the money which brought him to fight Usyk. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Middlesbrough, yes, Middlesbrough. He was the manager at Middlesbrough in the championship. Yeah. Menu talent is not a problem. His drama was bro. Arey Baba, you know what his drama was,
Yeah.
Raz? He wanted a new contract. You know what he was getting paid? Less than Malasia. That's all. I'll leave it at that.
What?
I'll leave it at that without saying anything else. I don't think I need to say anything else after that last sentence. But yeah, bro. Everybody is getting. You'd be surprised at the people that were getting paid less than Malasia at the beginning of the season. But anyway. But yes. Lala, I asked Akshata the same question. I'll ask you again because another week, another time, someone will ask the question. So might as well be me today because I'm hosting the stream. If for some, by God's grace or whatever you would like to call it, Slot gets sacked at the end of the season. Let's just assume he does, because I was doing the same assumption of assumes Carrick gets sacked. Right? I was just explaining to people that there are no viable contenders. For some chance, let's say he does get sacked. Okay, who do you think you can get? And here's the important part: who do you think will want to come to Liverpool Football Club under the current circumstances?
There's only one manager, Jabi Alonso, and other than that, no one will touch this club right now. That is a fact. He's the one who wants to join. That is the thing, which you added the caveat. He's the one who really wants to join and come and make a difference, and he's the only one, and no one else. No one else. Baki, there are names going around, Sebastian Hones, Iraola, वगैरह, but he's the man who has, in a way, directly, indirectly, made sure that they know that I want to join the club.
Yeah, agree. So essentially, what you're saying is that there are no options. It is not like people say get this person from here, get this person from there. Like a magic trick. People are just going to sign up for Liverpool Football Club, right?
Yes, not a lot of viable options. Yes.
Yeah. So Akshata basically said the same thing. She said, how do we just assume people are going to come and want to play for this club given how this club is currently run? Which I think is quite a fair statement. I think a lot of people have said that. I don't think there's anything incorrect about that statement at all. Because at the end of the day, the managers are the one that the full brunt will go on if the club does not do well. Right? No one's going to blame the management because the management will say, oh, we've got the best that is available. They'll get a pass. We have given them the players he wanted, so they'll get a pass. So then it goes straight to the manager because the manager at the end of the day is the first scapegoat. Right? Because at the end of the day, there are 20 players and there's only one manager. So the manager is most likely to get scapegoated, whoever the manager is. So based on that, me, Akshata, you, and probably everybody else who's been paying attention to what's happening between our clubs and the managers available this season, there is no viable option. So what I told everyone, and unfortunately I still think is going to happen, is that we might have to stick with Slot and Carrick because I just don't think I don't think the moves are going to be made essentially.
This is the reason I feel. This is one of the reasons I feel they didn't sack him as well. That in their opinion, a lot of viable, better options were not available out there, and at the same time, they of course believed in him. Ki bhai, this is our guy and stuff like that. But if Javi Alonso is available, I am ready to take a punt on him. Is management ready to take a punt on him? I don't know. That is essentially the point. The management needs to take a punt on Javi Alonso.
You're still not under the belief that Javi Alonso will just need some more time now after what has happened with Madrid.
I don't think so. I think he's well past that time. I think he's ready to get into a job. And if, for example, Javi Alonso joins the club in summer, I'm ready to give him the whole season and then evaluate him, honestly speaking. Because everything in terms of training standards, everything has been drastically. So if we have to bring back those levels, it's gonna take time. It's not gonna be fine overnight.
Okay. Lala must buy some good players. Yeah, I mean they're trying to. They're trying to. Spurs scored again. Really? Oh, Spurs scored again in 12 minutes. Gallagher and Richarlison.
Derby ball.
Deserve people.
Derby ball.
Yeah, I guess. Um, anything else, Lala? I was going to wrap up. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes. I want to talk about
Okay,
something. Give me
fine.
2 minutes.
Okay, no problem. Hey, how's Shadda Villa? Raz, it's not that. Yeah, they played midweek. They played midweek and they lost. I think all the air is taken out of their tires. Quite honestly, it's very simple. I think Nottingham Forest took out the air from the tires completely. So let's see what they do when they go to Villa Park. I mean, today they're losing at Villa Park as well. Let's see what happens. I don't like proven manager shit. Like Slot has also on the PL, so he's also proven. Yeah, I mean, it's difficult to explain Kalim because who knows? Sometimes it works. Like in our case, it worked. The proven players we got, it worked out for us. You know, if you play okay, goal maar diya, yes. Villa fans are already leaving. It's the 26th minute. Bad evening हो गया. Bad evening. Relegation, Richarlison. Tottenham Hotspurs just turned up. But they are Spurs, Nathan. 3-point lane. Modern football. Villa with 0 touches in the opposition box. And these people are really washed. Yeah. Really washed. Is Utkarsh? No, Utkarsh is busy. Is busy. Himanshu, his channel is high on football, but he is busy. He's not doing it.
Busy on it all. मैं पता tell me honestly, what do you think? Why is the whole media narrative going on that Arne Slot needs to be given time? Why do you think that these guys, these Joe pundits, and they're not questioning him?
I no Daddy Dorado. I'm checked out. To be very honest with you, I'm very checked out. I really think it's that only. Yeah, that it's kind of like the Amarim hire. You don't want your first big managerial change to be such an abject failure. You're very reluctant to do anything about it. See, because you're basically admitting it's been a gross failure, right? Because the one thing that is in common with the decline of Slot is that most of Klopp's players have either gotten too old or left. So now the owners have no foot to stand on because now more of Klopp's players are going to leave this season. Now he is going to be on an island because all these people he has been abusive of. He's not been using Endo. Endo comes on, he gets injured. Not been using Chiesa till 90 something minutes. All these people are the people he might not be able to offload, and all the good Klopp players might leave. And then next thing you know, he's stuck with all the players he doesn't like. And then I know already what he's going to say. He's going to say, "Look at all the players we lost, and look at all the players we bought in. It is not enough to do well."
Like a lot of Liverpool fans were saying that we need to give him time. It's a transition season. It is that, and even the media narrative was going on. Okay, fine, give him time. But the point is, even in your transition season, you don't concede 70 plus goals. 70 plus goals in a single season for the first time since 2015-16. It's been 10 years. Liverpool hasn't considered more than 72 goals was the 72 goals conceded by Liverpool so far this season is the most by the club since 92-93 campaign, and it was 79 goals in 92-93 campaign. This is now how a transition is supposed to work.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. You have conceded 47 goals in the league. I just wanted to check something because I wanted to see if it was true. So far, you have conceded 47 goals. We finished 15th last year and we conceded 54 goals. Last year, 15th place, our defense only conceded 54 goals.
Yeah,
In the league.
the guy says, I know what we can improve on, and we are already working on this. Tactically, you can change certain things, but for me, it is clear where we have to improve and we will do it. But clearly, you are not improving. Clearly, you are not improving.
Yeah, right. What you can even what can you say? Scott is your long-term manager. That's why they're getting rid of Klopp's team. Yeah, but the correlation, Raz, is the all the players that are doing well are players that's Jurgen Klopp is what you get rid of all Klopp's players, and half of them aren't even noticeable. Yeah, even we didn't concede that many goals last season. Really, we didn't concede how much Slot conceded this season.
I don't think so.
Oh wow.
But honestly, one serious question to you. Okay, you guys resurrected your season and carried it pretty well as well. But एक बात बता, this you guys have seen this script a lot of times. Interim manager comes in, rescues your season, you finish on a high note, and then you get in someone else. Then again, it's the same cycle. Then again, interim comes in, you rescues your season. How do you see this summer panning out and the very next season?
Lala, as long as there's no real options, it is more of the same. But the only difference I would say this year is that we truly don't have options, as opposed to the years before. We missed out on Mourinho when we signed Moyes. I think we missed out on someone else after that. See, basically we have missed out. And this year, this particular year, there are no options. I think that is the difference. So, like, we stay. How are you feeling, Ishan?
Then Aston Villa ke fans are fuming, but why?
Yeah, this it's again. It's the hope that kills you, Lala. This is what I'm saying. Last year on the last game when they played us, if they beat us, it's very cut and dry. They would have been in Champions League. They lost 4-0, and Martinez got sent off. They can't get over the line. Yeah, there's something about Unai Emery. And I'm telling you, Nottingham Forest has absolutely derailed them. They are going to come now to Villa Park. Look how Spurs are playing at Villa Park. Now Nottingham Forest derailed them at 71 minutes. They gave a goal. I'm telling you, it's the moment. The momentum has just carried on. That's why they're getting derailed today. If this was the starting half of the season, Aston Villa would have destroyed them. It is all about momentum, yeah. When you have like 6-7 games left, your whole season's riding on it. In the return fixture, you have only played 4-5 games. Now, like you are in a Europa League semi-final, one person might get relegated. There's so much on the line towards the end of the season.
Yeah, Lavanya, I know I am not disagreeing. Be it Isaac, be it Wirtz, be it Frimpong. Karkez, I would say, has somewhat redeemed himself now in the second half of the season. But I know नहीं चले. But reality ये भी है ना कि वो अगर किसी को राइवल को आके बैंटर करना है वो अलग चीज है. बट अगर कॉन्टेक्स्ट में देखना जाए, आई हैव बीन बार्किंग अबाउट दिस फ्रॉम एजेस. लोग बहुत स्टेटमेंट मार के बोलते कि ये इसलिए नहीं चल रहा, ओ इसको ये नहीं मिला. देयर आर स्पेसिफिक रीजंस व्हाई ईसाक नहीं काम कर रहा है. देयर आर स्पेसिफिक रीजंस व्हाई फ्रिम्पोंग नहीं काम कर रहा है. देयर आर स्पेसिफिक रीजंस व्हाई फ्लोरिन विर्ट्ज इज नॉट एबल टू बिंग फ्लोरिन विर्ट्ज. आई एम नॉट सेइंग दैट he needs an ideal environment to flourish, but he needs certain kind of players around himself, certain kind of stability. But yahan I will agree with everyone that he needs to put in extra shift. I won't disagree on that. But reality ye bhi hai, a guy who's a number 10, you're telling him to play left wing, then you tell him to play right wing. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. I'm sorry, that's not how it works.
भाई मैं एक बात बोलूँ ना, देख नंबर 10 को लेफ्ट विंग खेलना है, राइट विंग खेलना है, कहीं भी खेलना है, टाइम में तुम डालो, पर तुम उसको फाउंडेशन सही दो. वो लेफ्ट विंग से अगर उसको हर जगह पीछे आके भाग के डिफेंड करना पड़ रहा है तो क्या पॉइंट है? Weird plays at his best when he's taken off the leash, भाई. आप
अरे
उसको
सिंपल
फ्रीडम
सी
दो,
बात
आप
है,
देखो आप.
सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है.
मैं
ब्रूनो कहाँ खेल रहा था देख ले, और हमारा बंदा कहाँ खेल रहा था देख ले. कहाँ से वो
वो छोड़, तू ये देख कि ग्रावेनबर्ग वियर्ड से आगे कैसे खेल सकता है भाई. क्या कौन सा मैनेजर, अंधे हो क्या तुम? चूत. मैं सॉरी, मैं सेम चीजें बार बार बोल के ना थक चुका हूँ. और मुझे ना, मैं अभी आई वाज जस्ट लाइक, मैं ये फिगर आउट करने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि व्हाई एम आई सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, कि मतलब क्योंकि इनसिग्निफिकेंट मैच है, मतलब ऐसा कुछ फर्क पड़ नहीं रहा है. विला हार गई है तो और भी कुछ फोड़ते रहेंगे हम. कुछ ऐसा चेंज हो नहीं रहा है. बट मुझे ना इरिटेशन इस बात से ला रहा कि हम जीरो एक्साइटमेंट. पता मैं मैच के बीच में क्या सोच रहा था कि मैं बाहर ही चले जाता, मैं दोस्तों के साथ हैंग आउट ही कर लेता. And this is not how I have ever felt about football. It was football over everything, यार. मतलब I cancelled all plans so that I can watch the match in peace. And I feel zero excitement for the summer transfer window. I feel zero excitement for the next match. कुछ बचा ही नहीं है. It is same hope, same heartbreak, same hope, same heartbreak, time and time again, and for the entire season, yaar. Such a fucking big disconnect with this club. And yeah, sports in general is very cyclical. I feel the Liverpool era has ended. And I don't say it because I'm frustrated right now. I say it because if this manager stays, he's already done irreparable damage. If after having the season that you've had, if you're giving 3 days off because you want to fly to fucking Netherlands every week to meet your children, then just stay with your children. You're not cut out for this job. Very honestly, I understand this. I can empathize with him as a human. You want to spend time with your
I'm
family.
sorry, I cannot empathize with him on that as well. If you're getting paid 8 million
अरे
pounds,
वही तो कह रहा हूँ मैं, बात की बात आती है वो. मैं ये कह रहा हूँ, if you want to free will, right? If you want to spend more time with your kids, with your family, I am more. मैं तो बोलता हूँ कि ऐसा करना चाहिए भाई. Family over work, do it. But then don't take up this job. This job has a billion people, a gazillion people, जिनका पूरा मेंटल हेल्थ या फिर उनका पूरा वीक खराब हो रहा है जो आप कर रहे हो उस वजह से. You can't give 3 days off to these players after this season you've had. You should. आपका perpetual thought दिमाग में ये होना चाहिए कि मुझे वो commitment चाहिए. You're not cut out for this job purely for this reason. You might be doing very good as a father.
भाई इस बंदे की
You're
वजह
not doing as good as a coach.
हमने
And if
इस
you're paying
वजह से
you
बहुत
top
सारा-
bucks, if you're managing one of the world's biggest club, act like it.
He doesn't भाई, वही तो मेरा प्रॉब्लम था कब से. He doesn't. इसके बंदे के चक्कर में हमने मोहम्मद साला को निकाल दिया यार. You know what he said, Nathan? I'll just read few words in his जो भी clip आई थी इसकी 1-2 दिन पहले, the interview with Gerrard, right? He said, I remember when I came here first, I think nobody was working before training. I'm not saying nobody was working, but Millie, Adam, and Sadio were working after training. If I'm mistaken, please forgive me. The guy said that if I'm mistaken, please forgive me for that. But I came, I want to work before training, I want to work after training, I want to work all the time. And then they also work before training because they see me doing it. This is a thing that always makes me happy, is that this is something that makes me so proud, and something, if I am being very honest, because I love this place so much, I have my best years with them, and I want it should be continued like this after I go. I have always said to Dom, if you win the Premier League every year, you take nothing from me. इसके अगेंस्ट ये नैरेटिव यूज किया जा रहा था that this guy is being an egoistic because he won us the league last year. if you win the Premier League everywhere, you take nothing from me. Just like I done my thing here, but I want the guys to succeed here. I want the club to be there, and this is one of my main concerns. I spoke to a member of staff. I spoke also to guys up there. I told them, when I leave, you need an example here. You need people to come early to the gym. People who will, oh, he has gone to the gym, so I will go to the gym as well. This is how you set the standards high. People will come early, go to gym, do their training, and then go to gym. This is how you keep on winning. This is how you keep the standards high. This was the whenever I used to defend Mohammad Salah, this was the particular thing which I used to talk about. जो लोग मुझे आके ज्ञान देते थे ना कि बूढ़ा हो गए, कुछ नहीं हुआ है ये. I'm telling you, he'll go to Italy, he'll bang goals again. It's still that Mohammad Salah. It's just that I agree, his pace कम हो गया है, but footballing IQ कभी कम नहीं होता है एक player का. You will. I am telling you, even if Liverpool buys the best of the best players, na Nathan, this level of mentality, this level of dedication, it's not in every player. This is what makes a club great. Simple as that. United had this in the form of Rooney's and everyone. Liverpool had it in the form of Steven Gerrard. उसके बाद कोई नहीं आया. बढ़िया player आके गए. Suarez आया, a season or two gone. Coutinho 2-3 seasons gone. No one was a mainstay. This guy was a mainstay who was keeping those standards high. And everyone will realize from the next season what is Liverpool missing.
Bro, I'm telling you, Eric Ten Hag and him reset in the same league. No, Eric Ten Hag will school him. The year before we signed him, no, Eric Ten Hag finished with Ajax 88 points, no, and Feyenoord were 5th. It's 59 points. 5th. Without him now, Feyenoord is currently 2nd place. Bro, I'm telling you, yeah, he's ridden off Klopp's coattails, bro. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. Feyenoord last year 3rd, 2nd the year before that. Bro, they have been finishing better without him. Feyenoord, dude, in the Dutch league. You know where Ajax have been finishing without Ten Hag? 5th.
Exactly. कि माना कि तूने उनको लीग जितवा दी है, but they have not fallen off after you have gone. They're still pretty much at the same level.
You know who's not fallen off after he's gone to? Would you like to take a guess? Ruben Amorim. The year he left United, Sporting still won the league. And the year after that. This year they are going to finish 3rd. And it's all narrative. It's all narrative to
but the
cut away from all the distractions.
This is what frustrates me. Ishan, तूने अगर quote पढ़ा होगा, even Sturridge ने बोला, Carragher was also like, oh, both of these guys said he needs a summer to put it right. But why 19 losses, 70 plus goals conceded? But why should I give him time? Why? What has he shown me? He warrants that he should be given time. How? Bhai?
Not to make you feel worse, Ishan, but we were just looking at, because he mentioned goals. I was just curious how much of those were in the league. Arne Slot right now has conceded 47 goals and they're
I
4th.
was hearing you guys when you were talking.
Last year we conceded only 54 goals in the league, finishing 15th.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a cover up here. See, I'm telling you, I empathize with young United fans. I understand the frustration, but I will maintain now my stance until these owners change. We are only going to be lied to. If you're okay with being lied to, keep watching Manchester United. Because there will be lots of cover-ups. And it's your job to see through them if you want to. Or it's hope. It's like they say, it's the hope that kills you. Or you can hope. And live in the hope for how long it can satisfy you mentally. But I couldn't dare. Today, I don't know. I really should be happy. I should be sitting there eating my burgers like a king, do the double after 2015. I'm not. I'm really not. Bro, I'm telling you, my health was so bad last year, Ishan. So bad. In 1 month, I was playing the way we did. I was done with them. because I realized it. I genuinely realized it was affecting my health, and I will not allow that to be okay with that. Every day, every week last year, I had to be like, we're trying something new. We're trying something new. What do you expect from these players?
I
They don't play these positions. I couldn't do it anymore. Yeah. I
I
couldn't do
don't
it
think
anymore.
anyone expected us to lose that game after 2-2. Pancho, have some shame, bhai. Have some fucking shame, bhai.
You have to have shame within yourself to display it.
I'm sorry,
That's
but
the thing.
more I see this team every week, it realizes me it it was Mohammad Salah only last season then. It was Mohammad Salah.
That only no. That only. And then you have the pundits going, how can he come out and be frustrated? I'm like, because he's carrying you guys, dude. He's carrying you guys. What do you mean? How can he come out and be frustrated? You know,
Arey,
fucking Rashford does a Players Tribunal YouTube channel interview about I am. If you doubt me, great. If you love me, good. I'm like, shut up, man. What are you talking about, dude? These people, there's no reality, Lala. There's no. We live in the current universe where we are 15th, or we have been horrible, or we have lost 19 games. It is
as
all. This is all the pain. So next year we can win the league. There's no reality.
it's just half time, but Villa fans are leaving. Damn.
Oh, let them leave here. They are going to say sack Emery. They're going to get a worse manager, no, and they're going to plummet. Watch. They are also they people get too greedy, dude.
यही एमरी अगर सेकंड लेग में कम बैक करा के दे गेट हिम इनटू द फाइनल दे अगेन बी ओ एमरी
यार हमको भी जज नहीं करना चाहिए ना. हमको भी लोग कह रहे हैं कि स्लॉट को बैक करो. क्या पता वहां पे भी ऐसा कुछ हो रहा हो.
But bro, Aston Villa have done nothing, dude. For the last
That's
20
exactly
years,
what
they've
I'm
done
saying.
nothing.
I'm just saying that, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the villains. So if they're walking out, there must be something that we don't know. ऐसे randomly थोड़ा ना उठ के चलेंगे.
यार बट उनके
Maybe.
पास लेजिट चांस है फाइनल में जाने का. इट्स स्टिल अ 1-0 क्या कहते हैं लीड.
Bhai, but 1 second, matlab, if we can, be upset at our clubs that, oh, you all fucking lost to Wolves. So this is also Spurs we are talking about. They're 17th now. They're 17th on the fucking table. They've been the worst side. If you're losing 2-0 to them in one half, 45 minutes, I'll be frustrated.
ओ बैंचो बैंगर गोल मारे हैं दोनों.
Yeah, I'm being honest with you. I am just glad. No, I am just glad I didn't lose to Wolves here. That's one of the highlights of my season. But I can't speak about anything else. Ishan, I'm telling you right now, that would have been my season. I wouldn't have streamed anymore on my channel. That is how much disdain I have developed for Wolves this season. Poor people, they have done nothing to me,
Hey,
but they've been playing so badly,
To be completely fair to them, the way that they've come back, they don't deserve to be
Very well.
20th.
They don't
They
deserve.
don't deserve to be
I agree.
20th. I think Burnley will be 20th now. I think they'll
I
do
agree.
do that
No,
comeback.
I agree. I am talking about when we played them. I agree. But no, not shots on Liverpool.
In
Bellegoal,
general,
I asked. This me against Wolves thing. No, it precedes anything we did with Liverpool.
yeah,
This
you
season.
had to be there. You had to be there.
It was unacceptable to me. People were like, it's okay, it's just Wolves. Look how bad we have played. Why can't we lose to Wolves this? I'm like, no.
Fans fighting outside of Old Trafford
United fans
versus Liverpool fans. WWE outside.
Yeah.
मेरी और ध्रुव की तो easy हो गई फिर उस हिसाब से.
Oh, I've already celebrated, Shiban. Sorry, you have joined the wrong stream. I actually premature. You could call it premature, but I actually celebrated 2 weeks ago. Legitimately, I was of the belief we are through after the Chelsea game. Honestly, apologies if this is bringing you down, but I've already celebrated, and we will celebrate after the season ends as well to pass the time. But I've already done mine after we beat Chelsea. Unfortunately for the boys here, and based on the table, they might be still in danger. Aston Villa and Liverpool, unfortunately.
For severe thunderstorms and hailstorms was issued for Delhi late Sunday evening and could be here for next 24 hours. And wind could be howling at the speed of 60 to 100 kilometers. So stay safe, everyone.
रोज हो रहा है भाई वो. रोज ओले पड़ रहे हैं. रोज 100 किलोमीटर/आवर से हवा चल रही है, मेरा इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा, मैं मोबाइल डेटा पे चल रहा हूँ.
Suits United vertical with 7-8 passes, quick counter. He deserves the season. Belly goal. I am not committed to Carrick must stay, Carrick must go. I'll be very frank with you. Not because of today's match, but because I look at it very realistically. If we manage to turn ahead of a manager that we are actually looking for, fair play. But I don't think on the lateral movement and Iraola, Glasner, if we move laterally for the qualities of quality managers that are available, I think we should stick with Carrick until something better comes next season. That's what I think we should. But again, I am not married to that opinion. If we get someone, yes. If we don't get someone, that's also okay for me. At least for next season. Yeah. Alright, I'll ask Ishan. Even I'm asking everyone. Might as well ask Ishan. I don't know if you were watching the segment with me and Akshata. I just asked Akshata a question. I basically asked Lala a few times, but I don't know if I've asked you, so I'll ask you. My issue is, lack of quality managers available. If we get rid of our managers, your manager, my manager, whoever else wants to change their manager at the end of the season, if you somehow sack the manager, which manager you want, and here's the little caveat, which manager you think is actually going to want to come to Liverpool. You can't just pick a manager. Like everyone's asking me, will you pick
Yeah.
Ancelotti?
No.
I already
I,
know Ancelotti has signed an extension, so I will not. I would take him, but obviously I know we won't ask.
okay. I would still want to go with Zabi, and I have my reasons for it. I think the problems that we have right now is of
You still
discipline.
want what?
Zabi.
Okay.
Alonso.
Um, the problems that we have right now is of discipline, structure, you know, character. Basically, just somebody who can come in like a headmaster and set things straight. I don't think Slot has been able to do that. And I think these are the same things for which Zabi was sacked in Real Madrid. He wanted to bring discipline into that squad. He wanted to, set some method to the chaos that players like Mbappe and Vinicius bring on the table, even Bellingham for that matter. So I just want like a head, and we again I have repeatedly said that with Liverpool especially, it's very important for the manager to understand the culture of the city. That has always been the foundation of great managers here in Liverpool, that they've connected with the city nicely. I don't think Slot does that. Zabi, of course, has been a prior player.
Connects with his own players first before you can connect with the
Yeah,
community.
I don't. He only connects with his family by the looks of
And
it,
Gakpo and
and
his family.
Gakpo. Um, so yeah, so for these three reasons, A, he understands the city and the culture, knows it, accepts it. The city will accept him, will be more patient with him. B, because he doesn't come from a blank slate like Arteta came, and we've seen that he's done a good job, but he's not been able to take Arsenal ahead of the final hurdle. So Zabi has already done that, albeit in a smaller club. But it's not like that he's pressure will be new to him because he's played in on the top level in the top level. And thirdly, because the way that he structured Bayer or Leverkusen and what he wanted to achieve at Real Madrid is something that I feel is exactly what we as a club are looking for right now after all the mess that Slot has created. So for
No,
three,
it's so funny you said that. Someone said Belligol Bruno said that Ten Hag would be a good coach for Liverpool. It's so funny. I actually told them. I don't know if I said it when we were live, but I think I definitely did tell them. And the one thing I told them, no, the one thing I promise you, if Ten Hag was your manager, no, you see Rio play every week. Start, not play. Start every week. Every week. That's the one guarantee I'd give you. Whatever happens, whoever's the team, whoever's left in the team, by the time he takes it, I don't know. Rio would have played every game. Every game. Every game. Because one thing, whatever you say about Ten Hag, no, he love if there is youth academy players available to him, no, he will use it. He will use them, no matter what. But obviously, very unlikely Liverpool will go for a United manager, so that will never happen. But yeah. Yeah. It is a Shivan. I'm telling you, I have no problem. In or out, I'm not going to get mad. I'm not. I'm not. It's not about Michael Carrick. It's about how we approach, how the club approaches the football, and how the club approaches its fans. It's not about Michael Carrick. Michael Carrick is simply a makeshift, a middleman between the fans and the club. Very
Huh.
simple. Yeah. Much like Slot is. Slot is getting a lot of justified criticism, but the problem is the ownership is okay with that because the heat's not really going to come on them until it does. Then they're going to panic. But for now, they have a perfectly good scapegoat because of the way he gives his press conferences. So it's a very interesting tactic. He looks disinterested. He's in denial. So a lot of people just go forget the management. This fellow is the problem. So as long as it keeps going through Slot, it will never ever get to the management. It's a great shield. Very brilliant, actually, I must say, by the Liverpool management. If that is part of their plan,
But you know,
so
a
it's
lot
a
of
very brilliant idea.
I would say this year, I think FSG are great businessmen, and usually you'll see it in all big companies. They want a scapegoat CEO.
Right.
Some, most times when companies are going down, they hire somebody to just take the blame. We've seen it with countless companies, so it's actually a very prevalent practice.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I mean, these people at the end of the day, they're very astute businessmen from America. They know a puppet when they see one. They've been using that strategy across many multiple sports teams. They're definitely familiar with how the system works. Fans, scapegoat, management. Sorry,
Yeah.
fans, players, manager, or scapegoat, then management. That's the order, right? That's the shields lined up in order. Um, yeah, any closing thoughts? Yeah, I don't want to drag this on. We almost did 2 hours. I know everyone's not in the mood. Ironically, I'm also not in the mood, but that's for obviously different reasons.
कुछ नहीं यार, just want the season to get over यार, simple as that.
I mean, I
I
honestly,
never
if we
felt
play a youth, I'd be very excited for the next 3 games. So I don't want to say I want the season to get over yet. I'm kind of hoping we play some of our youth. I'm a little excited about that. But apart from
week
that,
is a battle of the crappiest teams, Chelsea versus Liverpool. And at the same time, yeah, I just want the
that
season.
match is left.
Yeah, just season अब end
Match
करो
is also done.
because I don't remember the last time इतना detached feel कब हुआ था अपनी team के साथ. Maybe the Rodgers era.
Hey man, did Rogers even concede these many goals? Now that you mention it,
I don't know about the goals, but he lost the same amount of games.
जीटी लास्ट बॉल पे जीती है.
हाँ यार,
yeah.
एक बॉल से
I mean,
एक
I
बॉल
read the message. Yeah.
yes निकाल
Watching
लिया.
Real Madrid because Mbappe ain't playing.
पंजाब ने ऑलमोस्ट निकाल लिया था आज का भी.
भाई
That would
fucking
have
hell,
been.
भाई वॉशिंगटन सुंदर ने जिता दिया उनको यार.
हाँ.
All right, guys. Anyway, like and share and subscribe to the. I was going to say content creators on the channel to Lala and. Oh God, I'm actually forgetting Lala and Ishan. I'm actually checked out. Like I forgot the names. Lala, Ishan, Akshata, and someone else. No one else. Sorry.
Rukinho.
Yes.
Okay.
Rukinho. Oh wow, wow! It's been a day for me. Anyway, guys, I will see you tomorrow. I think I don't know what anyone's doing. Chelsea Forest is at 7:30 our time. I don't know if anyone's watching it, but
It's
then
a very
obviously the
weird time.
City.
Very weird time.
Very weird time. Very weird time. And instead of playing the City game at 7:30, they are playing them at 12. Bro, at the timings though, I don't get it only this season. Random timings.
I don't remember
Yeah.
Monday को कब ऐसा मैच हुआ होगा.
And the best part is instead of playing City there, because they still have to play the game in hand, they're playing them later.
No, but they
Okay,
could have
what
tried
else should
this at this point of time. They could have played Chelsea match.
exactly? No, they could have played 12:30 today. But anyway, whatever. We might be on Piyush. I don't know what the scene is there, but I don't know. Anyone's doing anything tomorrow, guys? Anything to plug? Anyone's doing anything?
Maybe a
No.
stream. post match.
Okay, just keep an eye on the community post, guys, and Instagram. We'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, enjoy the win. Sorry for the rant for anyone who thought I was negative. I just needed to get it out of my chest. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being patient. Yes, we are officially in Champions League. Liverpool kind of has to still worry with Aston Villa based on at least points if you go by that. So they will obviously be a little stressed, but we are through now, so we don't have to worry about this. So celebrate that, enjoy it, and don't get too crazy. We still have a lot of work to do. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Good night.